Okay, child free by choice people. What are your top dating tips? Obviously, I'm a child free by choice woman. I'm actually currently dating a child free by choice man, and yeah, that was really random how we met. I will tell you the story one day, but I don't date people with kids or people who want kids because it's just like, what's the point? So drop your dating tips below for this. Just some of mine. I don't really have loads, but I'm just really upfront about this in the beginning. And if I see like that person is even like kind of on the fence, it's just like, no. Because also I don't want to take that away from anyone. So I've got to be with someone who's really sure that like kids is off the table. I don't want to take that away from, you know, someone being a parent because of my choice. And I don't want to sway someone else's choice at all. Like, that's got to be your own choice. It's such a huge life-altering decision, you know? Another thing is, like, go on Facebook. There's loads of child free by choice groups, and I'm sure I've seen some dating ones on there as well. So have a little look on Facebook, because honestly, there is a big community out there. I actually have my own private Facebook group, but it's just women's only. No men in there. But yeah, just share some of your dating tips for child free by choice people. I'd love to hear them.
When people say that dating's hard in your 30s, I think that they're missing a part that makes it even harder to date in your 30s, and that's if you're child free. Like, by the time you're in your late 30s, most of the dating pool is, you know, people who still want children or people who already have children from a previous marriage or relationship. And there's an even smaller amount of people who don't have children and don't want them. And it's like, how do I find them? Like, where are you? Please. I'm looking. I don't know where you are.
Si te quieres divertir, con encanto y con primor, solo tienes que vivir un verano en...
I am about to head out on a date. I'm currently 40, single, child-free, and I'm about to go on a date with somebody that I met on a dating app, Hinge to be specific. I wanted to talk a little bit about my mindset when it comes to dating and how I approach dates. And I also wanted to say that it has taken me a long time to get to this place, and I have had to do a lot of work on myself, So when it comes to dating now, I try to approach dates with having very little expectations. We can all do it where we match someone on a dating app and we've kind of planned our whole entire life in our head and we know how it's going to work out and we think that we really like him. But the truth is, we don't even know them yet. That's the truth. We don't know them. And I was definitely the kind of person that wanted to be at the end. So I wanted to rush right to the end. I wanted to know that I was safe, that this person liked me, that we were going to be together, which is wild because I don't know them. But I started to learn about attachment styles and understand that I had an anxious attachment style and how that was kind of, you know, triggering my fear of abandonment and how I needed constant reassurance from people. And the thing is that when you're dating somebody and you're right in the early stages, you can't have those kind of expectations on somebody because it's just too much. And I know for a fact that me being like that in the past definitely scared people off. When it comes to working on ourselves, anything that has anything to do with trauma, that has to do with our past, that has to do with those behavioural patterns that are heavily ingrained, it's not going to be an overnight fix. You're not just going to click your fingers and suddenly you're healed of that. It's going to be a decision to say, hold on a second, okay, I might have been treated like shit, but also I'm going to take responsibility for the part that I'm playing in maybe not having success in dating. And, you know, why, when I realise that this person isn't treating me how I want to be treated, that they don't respect me, that, you know, I've told them perhaps what makes me feel comfortable and they're not listening to me, why do I still chase them? Why do I still want them? And I think that we have to kind of take our own responsibility in those moments to be like, why do I? And I think for a lot of us, we are repeating patterns of our childhood, and we are trying to get validation from somebody. We are seeking love, but essentially we're seeking it in the wrong place with someone we've just met that we don't know yet. I think the real sign of growth is when you're in a situation that you've been in before, you've been in a similar situation before, and you react completely differently, and you look back and you think, oh my god, if this was a year ago, or if this was 6 months ago, if this was 2 years ago, I would have done X, Y, and Z. But here I am reacting completely differently, and that has been my experience over the last couple of years. But certainly the last few experiences I've had have been a bit of a roller coaster, but have been such a blessing, because now I'm so detached from the outcome when it comes to dating somebody, and that's a powerful place to be. And even if I go on a date with somebody and I vibe with them and we get on well and they're funny and they're, you know, making me feel great and they're giving me all of these kind of, you know, compliments, and it feels like this could really be something, if then what happens is their communication is sloppy and it's a little bit all over the place, and they're not arranging the next day, and they're not seeming like they're invested or they don't care about me, I'm okay to just walk away. I don't need answers. I don't need an explanation. Your behavior tells me everything that I need to know. And that's a great, great space to be in. For me, compared to where I was to being in this space now, it's a world of difference. So I just wanted to do a little video about this, because I'm sure there are lots of, especially women, but men out there as well, who might be experiencing similar things. And for me, what I would say is, it's about taking it back to the drawing board, going back to yourself and really questioning where those beliefs come from. Maybe it's about working with a coach. Maybe it's about working with a therapist. Maybe it's about reading some really good books. Highly recommend Block, Delete, Move On by Let Me Explain. And in there she introduces attachment styles, and then if you discover, a little bit like me, that you do have anxious attachment, I highly recommend this book, which has been super helpful to me. It's called Anxiously Attached, Becoming More Secure in Life and Love, Jessica Baum. And I'll talk more about it in another video. But I also realised that with anxious attachment, it wasn't just affecting romantic relationships, it was also appearing in my friendships as well. So it's been really good to kind of change all of that so that I can go through the dating experience and feel secure in myself, regardless of how somebody else is treating me. I know my worth, I know my value, and I know how I want to be treated. And if someone isn't going to do that, that's absolutely fine, but it's just not for me. So wherever you are on that journey, don't give up on yourself, and perhaps it's time to go back to the drawing board and make some changes within so that you can start to change your experience without.
Touched by the words in the song, baby.
Thank God.
I want to have a house
Done.
in Scottsdale.
Nowhere better.
I want to get married.
What you doing on Friday?
And I want to have kids.
How many?
2.
I was thinking 3.
This is a comment I posted on another creator's video where she talks about how women that are child-free and unmarried are the happiest demographic. And this comment of mine sparked a lot of interest, so I thought I'd pick it up and talk about it some more. So yeah, I'm in a long-term, committed, amazing relationship that I foresee lasting, for a very long time. And neither one of us is interested in living together. It was a concept I introduced to our relationship, something that I discovered was a valid option many years ago, and it's working fabulously. He bought a place close to mine. He's 10 minutes down the road, and it's just perfect. We have date nights. We have future plans. We have joint investments. We are close with each other's families. We will never live together. It's an option. So if you have questions, put them in the comments and I'll just keep talking about it.
I just met my first child-free man. My first man that said first that he does not want children and is so cute and so tall and older than me. And we met at the LA Times food bowl. And he doesn't want kids. And it's so beautiful and refreshing to be able to meet men like this and say that out loud. And they're like, yeah, no, I don't want that. And they start saying all the same reasons that I think about not having kids. And he was feeling me. Not the guy that takes my number tonight also wanting to be child free. This is why manifestation is real. You have to put it out there, say what you want, and deflect all of the people who are not giving you what you actually want.
Designed to kill.
I don't care.
I've killed people before.
It does not matter.
I wanted to kill you.
I trust.
I'm in my yak, I wanna dance. I'm on that yak, I wanna dance. Come get your man before I put him in a trance. I'm in my yak, I'm on that yak, I wanna.
As a retired stripper and sugar baby, I have done a lot of ridiculous and diabolical things to be able to get resources and money and my needs met for men, and so I'm going to help you out and teach you. If you care about morality and doing the right thing, scroll the fuck away. You're going to hate this advice. Step 1. Get a man that's married. Yes, you heard me right. Get a man that's married. Married men are very, very easy targets, and the reason why they're very easy targets is because they're seeking you out because they have a void to fill. And the number one way for you to get money and resources from a man is to fill a known void. They're going to make the void very obvious, and they're typically going to complain about their wife to you. Whatever it is that his wife is not doing, you start doing. But you can't continuously do it. You gotta pull it away. Cause see, if you do it too often, he's gonna get comfortable. You gotta stop doing it, because what's gonna happen is once you stop doing it, he's gonna realize that he's dealing with his wife who isn't fucking doing it, which is further going to allow him to seek you out again. And it is going to make him want to give you things, okay? Want to spend money on you because he wants that void filled again. You get what I'm saying? Especially if he's been married for a long time, okay? He's some old man who's been married for a long time. Oh yeah, they're real easy to get, okay? They're super fucking easy to get. Like I said, this is diabolical, okay? This isn't for morality, but if you like videos like this and you want more diabolical teachings, go on ahead and let me know.
I am child free by choice. My girlfriend has children. This is how I make that work. When I met my girlfriend, after our second date, we had a very long phone conversation, and I gave very, very strict boundaries when it came to me and her kids. Let me say this right now. I don't hate kids. I think kids are beautiful. I know I want to be a good mother to children because of a lot of reasons. If you've seen my page, I list them out. I'm not going to do it again. But I also, as someone who doesn't have kids, have really strict boundaries about children, which is ironic. Sometimes I feel like I actually give a shit more about kids than people with kids. That's gonna send them a frenzy. But when she told me she had kids, I immediately was like, I don't want to meet them. And before you get upset, I don't want to meet them too soon. I firmly disagree with immediately meeting a partner's kids before you even create some sort of foundational relationship with that partner. And I know a lot of parents are against that because they're like, well, it's me and my kids. I'm a package deal. I totally get that. But as someone whose mother had a few boyfriends growing up, and every time they would come or go, I would get sad. My whole identity as a kid was like, oh my gosh, my mom's boyfriend, I like him or I don't like him. That kind of inconsistency with partners, I don't think it's healthy for a kid, as a former child myself. So we made the agreement, I do not want to meet your kids right away. We've only been dating 4 or 5 months. When do I want to meet the kids? When I feel like the timing is right. Could be a year, could be 2 years from now, I don't know. But another note is I respect the mother of her children so much. I haven't even met her, but I respect her because that's the mother of her children. So until I get to that side of the relationship where I can meet the mother of her children and make her feel comfortable with me having access to her kids, we're not doing that. And this is why I don't understand about people. Yes, your kids are a part of you, it's a package deal, but why are you so eager to introduce your kids to a practical stranger? Because remember, I've only been dating my girlfriend 5 months. We know each other, but we don't know each other yet. So in the future, we are going to have to deal with those things, meeting the mother of her children, meeting the kids. I very much told her, I am not a stepmommy, I'm not a housewife. And I don't mean that in a disrespectful way. I mean, I have a vision for my life, and it was never to be a mother, and it was never to be a wife. This includes marriage. And I'll make another video about how we had those really tough conversations. But essentially, my positioning is you don't have to give up your boundaries or the plan you had for your life just because you love your partner. Because a lot of people told me that, just wait till you meet the right one, wait till you meet the right one, you're gonna change your mind. I did meet the right one, and I haven't changed my mind because we're two adults, we know how to make it work. It is not easy, but I'm not ever going to compromise the life I want for myself, no matter who comes into my life.
Whatever makes you feel better, paint me as the villain if that makes you feel better.
No, but the amount of men who have still tried to convince me to date them, even though they want kids, and I am very clear that I do not want kids. It was always the same line. Oh, I don't want kids right away. We can just date in the meantime. Mind you, these were men between the ages of 35 and 45. Like, sir, do you know you have 30 minutes? Also, which part of me having to provide a placeholder full-service girlfriend experience for free while they continued their search for the woman who they would have babies with was supposed to be a tempting prospect for me? Oh wait, I genuinely think these men thought that if we started dating, I would fall so head over heels in love with them that I would throw away everything that I wanted for my life just so I wouldn't lose them. The thing that convinces me that they did definitely think that was going to happen is because they were always so shocked when I would say, no, I don't want to date you. They couldn't fathom that a woman would turn down having a relationship with a man just because she didn't want kids. I know full well that that woman's ex thought that once he put a ring on it, that she would do anything, throw away everything she wanted from her life so that she could keep a man and her marriage. And it's just not happening anymore. We're choosing ourselves because we can.
I have a question for the child-free men and women. How's dating going for you? Me personally, I'm not child-free. I have one child who is 4 years old, but I know that I don't want any more children. And dating is extremely difficult for me because everybody my age wants kids and doesn't have any, or has kids and wants more. I'm 29, by the way. But my thing is, I don't want to feel pressured to have a kid with somebody just to be in a relationship. Because that relationship is not guaranteed. But that child is. Having a child is a lifetime commitment. And I think a lot of people don't take having a child seriously enough nowadays. So if you're child free and you're watching this, my message to you is to stand on business. Don't let somebody force you into parenthood if this is not what you really want for yourself. Take it from me. I have a kid and people still ask me when I'll have more. It's like other people are not satisfied with what you do with your own life. It's crazy.
When you ain't got no damn kids, you can do shit like this. I just got home from work. The only damn thing I hear is my thoughts. And when I get out this bathtub, you know what I'm finna do? Not a goddamn thing. And probably in about an hour or two, I'ma go get me some dinner. For me. Fuck you and your chicken strips, nigga. And after dinner, I'ma take me a nap. In silence. I ain't gotta do homework. I can do homework. 2 different H's, baby. And when it come to that damn kitchen, the only motherfucking dish in that bitch is mine. And I'ma clean them tomorrow. Hell, I might even go to the movies tonight. And go see Weapons. Fuck them dogs too. While you taking Scruffy out, I'm playing with mine. So the moral of the story is, it ain't gotta be one. Cause I ain't got no damn kids. And while I'm on this thought process, anybody got any kids I can claim for next year's taxes? A nigga struggling, I don't know what the fuck to do.
Single and child-free women, do you know that you are an answered prayer? Do you know that there were women in your lineage who got on their knees and prayed to God and said, please God, if you bring me back, please let me be free. And then you were born. Did you know that? So the next time you go clubbing and you go drinking, make sure you pour some out for the women that came before you because they crawled so that you can fly.
And if you hear this song, then go on the back, go on the knees, baby, shake it to the max. But did you please turn on the
This message is for my mid-age girlies. I'm 33 and up-year-olds. No kids, never been married, and you starting to feel some type of way. My name is Tasia. I am a confidence and dating coach, and I teach women how to control their emotions so that they can control their life. Okay, so boom. A few things that I want you to remember, and this is in no particular order. The worries of your heart become the worries of your life. Now is not the time to worry, baby. You done made it this far. When you worry on the inside, you walk out the house, and you start attracting desperate energy, okay? You start dating and making concessions with people that you had no business dealing with. So I need you to lock in, okay? We don't need no oopsies. Okay. Number two, there are people that are married that wish they weren't. There are people that have children that picked the wrong person. Okay. You already up, baby. Let's play ball. Okay. You got 99 problems and an ex-husband and a baby daddy ain't one of them. Life is good. Okay. Life is good. Number three, you're young to somebody and don't ever forget it. Life was always better on that older side of life. Okay. You get a little bit more maturity because you're mature. Look, you done made it this far. So you make great decisions. Okay. Life is always better on that older side of life, okay? It's a lot of men out here older, no kids, never been married. It's a lot of men out here, baby, and they on their second life. And I'm second wife material. I'm second life, and I'm second wife material, okay? You go a little bit older, you get a little bit more maturity, you get a little bit more coin, because God said He doesn't wish struggle on us. Okay? We will not struggle. So in the meantime and in between time, look good, do good, look good, do good. Okay? You gonna be fine.
Everlasting love, this will be the one I've waited for. This will be the first time anyone has loved me. Oh, I'm so glad he found me in time, and I'm so glad that
people that are married and don't have children and don't want children, they are really the ones that got life figured out, and they don't get enough credit. Cause like, I don't envy many, but I envy you motherfuckers. Y'all, yeah. I know your motherfucking house is clean. I know it's quiet. You guys don't spend no Saturdays at basketball games. You guys spend Saturdays drinking tequila and eating hot wings, I would think. You guys probably plan vacations so easy and elegantly. You're not looking for, a babysitter. Probably just get up and fucking go. All your fucking PTO time is used on yourself. But like, no, seriously though, it's a beautiful thing when I see couples that are married and don't have children, because I know society is always on people's backs about having kids because they act like it's the fucking pink slip to a Benz to have a damn baby. And I am a mother, and yes, I'm still gonna say that. But folks who are married and don't have kids, like, that's some real love, because especially if y'all last 15, 20 years. Like my coworker, he been married for 30 years, and he said they never wanted children. And every time I turn around, him and his wife is on vacation. He's never getting interrupted in a Zoom meeting. I know that much. Yo, yeah. So if you married with no kids,
I do not want kids. So here's some things that I do while dating to help navigate that, because I don't think it's too common yet. First and foremost, I let them know early, okay, within the first 3 dates at least, if it has not come up in conversation naturally. And if it hasn't come up, I'm gonna make it come up. Just by, learning their family structure is one way to do it. If they have nieces, nephews, ask if they want any children or blah, 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 blah. I just assume men do, but still ask. You could ask what their 5 to 10 year plan is. And when you give your answer, not yet, because we have another point to get to, but when you give your answer, you can say, hey, you could just slip it in there. You know what I mean? Conversationally, because I'm going to be here, here, and here. And like, it's going to be great because I won't have any kids, or I don't want any kids. So I can do this, I can do that, blah, 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 blah. Whatever your reasons are, just slip it in. And what I do after that is I give them a scale of 1 to 10 after I ask men like how many kids they want or figure out where they are. And this is so they can stand on it. Because in my experience, men will not take you seriously when you say that you don't want kids. They're either going to think, because I'm 27, oh, you're so young, you'll change your mind, or they're just not going to take you seriously. Like, they're going to think that they can be the exception to the rule and that they're magically going to change your mind for something that could be completely independent of a man in your life, you know? So we got these 3 ranges that men usually fall into, and 7 to 10, that man wants kids. Okay, like there's no way around it. There's no way about it. Like, he wants kids. 4 to 6, they're 50-50 at that point. So I ask questions, like, you know, just wondering why they would be 50-50. 1 to 3, I'm still asking questions because, again, men usually want kids, okay? And all that stuff. And I asked them this question first because men will usually match you at where you're at. He might be a 7 to 10, and then once you're in the 1 to 3, he might bring it down because that's what you said. You know what I mean? So I asked them that way they can stand on it. I literally asked a guy maybe a couple weeks ago where he stands on the scale, and this man said 9. I said 1. And he said, oh, well, 9 plus 1 equals 10. Huh? He ate that one little thing, but like, no. And this man still wanted to talk to me. So this is exactly why I'm saying you have to make the decision. You decide what happens next, because these men are still going to pursue you. Don't think that just because they know where you stand is going to change anything. If he's going to just fall back. No, that is not the case. Men will not leave. You have to leave. So that's where I stand on that. If he's in the 4 to 6 range, I think that's dangerous. That's the orange zone, because he could later down the line resent you, or y'all are about to walk down the aisle and he says, hey, I know we talked about this, but I want kids. What you gonna do then? 7 to 10 range, I say don't bother. I think you're just asking for heartbreak at that point, because kids are a deal breaker and should remain that way. So I'm only looking for people in that 1 to 3 range, and it's really just given 1. Okay. And that's why I like to date older, mostly because while men might know what they want, once they're 35, they're like established in their career. They know where their bandwidth actually is. There's no potential in the future, blah, 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 blah. They're acting in the now. When they're in their 30s, their 20s, of course, men want kids and blah, 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 blah. But at 35, their friends have all settled down, have kids. At 40, they're really thinking, hey, do I have the energy to be chasing toddlers around? Then they know for sure if they want kids or not, because it's giving now or never. Because yes, men can have kids or make kids up until they die, right? But women don't have that luxury. So they have to decide now, hey, I'm getting older. I need to do some make or break decisions right here. And then, you know, the older that they are, I think I'm going to be more likely to find people who don't want kids, or they already have kids and aren't interested in having any more with me. Okay. That's what I'm looking for. So those are just some things that I implement in my dating life.